What's going on, everyone? Welcome on into today's video. We're talking about how to withdraw your funds from your Webull account. I know there's actually a lot of videos covering depositing, recurring deposits, all of the different features you can use on Webull. We got a great playlist for you already, but this is something that actually isn't covered. I want to make sure it's cleared up because there are some questions that do still surround this. So for those who have those questions, hopefully we can answer them here in this video. And if we don't answer everything, leave a comment down below. Be happy to answer you down there as well for some of those more unique situations potentially. But for the most part, we should be able to cover everything here. So I'm going to go into my account. I'm using an iPad just so that the screen's a little bit bigger, but you can, do this on the mobile app as well. Now, inside of the mobile app, this is going to be the easiest way to get it done. And actually, as of right now, I believe the only place that you can withdraw from. So when it comes to Webull, if you guys use the desktop platform, at least when we're filming this video, it's very difficult to kind of see how you can deposit. A lot of other features in terms of depositing, withdrawing, recurring deposit, all those things, it's actually either not there or you can't do it. Maybe you can deposit, but for the most part, everything is done very easily on the app. So that's one of the biggest things when it comes to some of these features. They get it done on the app first, and then eventually it gets rolled out into the desktop platform. Obviously, that's their goal, to get it to make it easier on the desktop platform. And you slowly see things over time, especially with some of the latest features that have been rolling out. Options, paper trading is now for options only on the mobile app. Other features like the trailing stop loss, the take profit order, or the stop and take profit order, kind of those bracket orders, that's now rolling out here on the desktop. So they're slowly getting there, right? Okay, but right here, so inside of my account, you can see the net account value. Here are a couple key things to understand. So inside of this account, you see that I have a cash balance of $1,848.42. That's where you want to make sure you're kind of focusing on, okay? Obviously, you're not going to be able to withdraw a ton of funds here if you have no cash, okay? If you have everything in a stock or whatever, an option play, you can't really withdraw unless you're withdrawing margin and whatnot. But Webull is going to tell you exactly how much you have available to withdraw. So let's walk through. If I go down to the buying power section, BP, I can make day trades with, margin essentially. I only have $1,800 cash, but Webull tells me I can still trade over $7,000 if I wanted to today for a day trade, okay? Crypto buying power is your cash balance here. And now, obviously, I can deposit more. Underneath that, it says fund to withdraw. Make sure you have the latest version of the app first off, because that's always going to be really important when it comes to what it looks like. And it will definitely change over time. This is what's key. So my cash available to withdraw right now is simply my cash balance. Now, if let's say I was to go and liquidate my entire portfolio or all my positions right now, I'm not going to be able to withdraw all that cash. It's going to need time to settle, okay? That cash once settled, then yes, sure, you can withdraw. And it's different because options versus stocks, they take different times to withdraw. Webull has next day settlement for option trades, not for stocks. And it takes 2 days roughly to settle for stocks. So let's say you sell all your stocks. It's going to take 2 days roughly to have those funds available. If you settle option trades or sell your option positions, those could be available the next day. Those funds could be available the next day, okay? Now, we've talked about the difference margin account versus a cash account. Obviously, when you have a cash account, it's not going to allow you to trade on margin, so I wouldn't have the buying power I have right now on this account, which is a margin account. If I was in a cash account, I would only have the cash balance that I can use to trade, and you only want to be dealing with settled cash. So if you're on a cash account, you need to pay attention to your settled cash, and on a cash account, you can only withdraw the settled cash that you have, right, for that day at that given time. So I go to transfer, go to the transfer tab. You look at a page like this, you'll have all your different options: deposit, recurring deposit, withdraw, transfer stocks, all that good stuff, cryptos, all whatever, okay? If I click on the withdraw section, obviously it tells me the funds I have available to withdraw. Now, that's simply just my cash balance here on a margin account. If I had a cash account, it could be different. If I made day trades today or took trades or whatever, I might have sold positions. I might have X number of dollars in cash, but I might not be able to withdraw those funds. So click on withdraw. From there, out of that cash available to withdraw, I'll click on withdraw again to confirm. I will enter my amount in. In this case, I'm going to withdraw here $30 so you guys can kind of see how it works. transfer to my bank. Your bank account situation, all that stuff will all ideally already be in there from deposits and whatever. If not, you can of course set that up, and it's pretty straightforward. Webull will walk you through how to set it up, connect to your bank. I already have that done, which again, I've done when I deposited. So I'm just essentially taking money from the account that I use to deposit onto the platform and withdrawing it now onto or back into that bank account. Click on confirm. There will be a code that will be sent to your mobile device, kind of a two-factor authentication situation going on. Make sure you enter that code, and you have a minute or so to enter that code in. Once you get the code entered in, then it will take a second and you'll come back to a page like this. It's in review. Usually what happens for me when I do this, if I do this in the first half of the day, I will get a notice by the end of the day saying that, hey, it's cleared and your transfer will be going through, or it's confirmed, whatever. And it will no longer be pending. And then the next day, usually the funds actually tend to be in my account either the next day or the day after that. If it's around a weekend, give it to the next business day. But for the most part, if I do this earlier in the day, which right now it's 9:30 a.m., if I do this early in the day, I'll get an email saying that the transfer, is going through by this afternoon, by this evening, usually a couple hours after market close. And then the next day or the day after that, the funds are there. So it takes, it doesn't take very, very long, at least for me in the US. So it's not a big problem, and it's pretty easy and pretty straightforward. People always have the question, oh, is it safe? Is Webull safe? A Chinese company, are they going to steal my money? I have absolutely had no problems. I've been able to withdraw many, many times, countless times now, really, in terms of withdrawing, depositing. And I know obviously the biggest question is like, okay, like, are they going to hold your money? Are you going to have issues when you want to pull it out? I have had no problems, and I've at times withdrawn decent sized chunks of the portfolio and haven't had a problem. So for at least my personal experience, it's never been a problem, and everyone always gets excited or gets worked up. Some people are very, very skeptical about the company and everything and this and that. The way I see it for me, I'm not pushing upon anyone, but the way I see it for me is simply put, as long as I'm able to trade, get my money when I want it, which I never had a problem taking out, I don't care. If the platform is better than its, let's say, a rival, let's say if I like Webull versus a Robinhood, right, I'm going to use this platform. I don't really care as long as I can trade on the platform. I use the features, and the features are better than another platform I'm going to use, and I get my money. If they can take care of my basic needs there, it's a platform that I'm going to use, and that's how I kind of view it. Until that changes, right, I'm going to use it. So if you have any questions, comments, if you have any issues, leave them in the comments down below for those who maybe, want to learn more about specific situations that you've had or dealings. But that's at least my experience with withdrawing on the platform. It's pretty straightforward. I can also cancel the withdrawal right here at the bottom of the screen if I wanted to before it cleared and before it settled. I'm not going to do that. All I got to do now is go back to my account, and that $30 will be in a day or two in my bank account, and I'm good to go. So there you guys have it. That's how to withdraw on the Webull platform. Any questions, comments, and leave them down below. Like always, any more questions, you want to learn more about Webull, some of the new features, how the platform works, other questions, there's a pretty large Webull playlist already on the channel. Go through there, and what I like to do is if there are questions that I see recurring in comments, I could make a video about that, but go through there. There may be a lot of answers already there, and in the comments of those videos, I'm kind of going back and forth, people who've had problems or have specific questions that tend to take the video a step further potentially, that are kind of unique. All that stuff is already linked up on the channel in the comment section. Make sure to check that out. Consider subscribing, thumbs up button. And if you haven't signed up for Webull yet, there's a link to get some free stocks when you do so down below if you want to use it. I get a free stock as well if you do so, and I appreciate that. Outside of that, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.